This morning, I tackled a new stretch of the Trinity River wetlands. These areas were formerly inaccessible, but given recent downpours, the water level has now temporarily allowed their exploration. Still, even with the help of GPS, things can be deceiving. I cannot count the number of tributaries that I have negotiated already today. Some I have traveled by choice, and some by necessity due to log jams or other obstructions. The endless curves and jogs of these finger-like bayous can quickly disorient even some of the locals. Therefore, it is essential to try to keep track of landmarks and features of the area to help guide me on the proper course on the return paddle. But after several miles, the many cypress trees behind look quite similar, and the many disorienting tributaries do their best to deceive. It's a solemn but poignant fact that I know of several paddlers who launched one morning in this area, never expecting it to be their last. However, a lack of remembering where they had been turned out to have dire consequences. To this day, some have been recovered and some have not. Navigation is a skill that we would all do well to grow more capable in. It is one of the most poignant facets of preparation. There are likewise cultural and spiritual connotations that can accompany this notion. Many a church leader has been swept up in controversy as a result of forgetting from where they come. We ought never become too big for our britches. Many a genuine child of the Most High has been brought low by the infiltration of pride. Humble is the man who recalls that from which he was rescued, and contrite is the one who realizes that all good and perfect things are from above, given by him in whom there is no shadow or variation of turning. When these facts become obscure, and a man gives way to the deceit of his own hype and fails to receive godly counsel, he has unwittingly placed himself upon an unfavorable course that will lead through unnecessarily tempestuous waters and troubling terrain. It is only in the goodness of our Holy Father that such a wayward one may eventually find restoration to the proper course following such a detour and escape a plummet resembling Saul's descent into madness. Remembering where we have come from will serve to keep perspective proper. Remembering well, our point of origin will see our journeys favorably concluded. Another poignant point of nautical and spiritual navigation is the identification of safe harbors that might well serve the pilot caught unaware by unfavorable conditions. For example, I know that I passed a small cove with elevated banks just over a mile back. If I were to find myself subject to sudden aggressive winds, that would be my best known source of refuge. Likewise, we must recall our refuge, our strong tower, our deliverer, and help in time of need. The one who forgets this will find himself regrettably vulnerable when the need for a safe haven inevitably arises. To where may we retreat or withdraw if we have forgotten the advantageous topography of our journey? The one with mind stayed upon Christ shall reside in the shelter of the Almighty's wings, while the one who has diverted focus may find themselves tossed about frantically seeking safety. We are blessed to have such a caring and conscientious Father who will never fail to use all things unto the restoration of his wayward child. We have a good shepherd who will rush into all peril after the single straying sheep, and yet we all too often find ourselves wayward as we forget from where and what we have come. Take stock of your course. Do not live in the past, but learn from the past. Recall that point of origin wherein life began anew with the exuberant expectation of a life overflowing with spiritual abundance here and hereafter. Recall those landmarks to which you may desire to return, for the rock of our salvation may be so accessed by the vessel steered unwittingly off course by forgetting their first love. Recall the coves of safety which may offer us refuge to be still, and know that He is God, even as the infernos of humanity rage around us. It is indeed invaluable to recall where you have come from, for it provides the proper perspective in focusing upon where we shall conclude this journey, and it will be instrumental in seeing our most efficient arrival.